Hello Scorpio, welcome to GRAYCI'S Gamut. Today I will be doing your love and relationship reading for the time period of February 28th to March 6th, 2022. Please remember that this is a general reading, it is not a personal read. Take what's for you, leave the rest. I feel like pulling a Dark Mirror Oracle at this time. Feels like somebody has some issues going on that they need answered. We have, is this me? Somebody's really lost themselves within a relationship, it feels. I will read from the book on that. Is that it? Yeah, that's it for that. Let's see. And I want Queen of the Moon as well. We have The Path. Whoa. Wow. That's a lot. We will keep it though. They like throw them at me. We have Purity as well here. The Path, Purity. Wow. The Void. Protection and Peace. And Beauty. Let's see what I'm feeling off of these. I like to spread them out a little bit so I can stare at them for a second. I will read from the book as well. If you haven't been here before, I do read from the book. So if what I'm feeling isn't exactly for you, then something out of the book maybe. Let's see here. I feel like with this, the Is It Me card, it's telling of somebody who is doing things for someone else that they wouldn't do for anybody else, or that they haven't done for anybody else. You're doing some things that are out of your character for you, things you may have said that you would never do, and now you're doing them. Losing yourself a little bit in a relationship. Be very mindful of that. Maybe even be a friendship as well. Someone may be asking you to do some things that's not things that you do. Straight up. Okay, so The Path. Feels like there's a new path illuminating for someone. Something different. Maybe a new kind of relationship. A new something that makes you feel differently than you ever did before. There is the Purity card here. I almost feel like, this is wrapped around her head, across her eyes. I feel like someone feels they don't feel I want to say not as clean, or not as pure as they once were. They're I don't want to say it like this, but this is the words that come to me, is tainted. You feel tainted compared to what you were before. I'm not sure what this is. You only know, those of you this is pertaining to, you know who you are. And this whatever this is, you're feeling like I feel like maybe you've been in a relationship in the past where they made you feel like you weren't a good person, and you actually are, and you're having a hard time getting over this. This may be this path you need to go down, a different way of thinking about yourself, and it may be. I feel like for somebody, you feel like you can't live alone, or you can't be alone. You feel like you need someone there all the time in order to feel like it's you, or in order to feel loved, in order to feel like you mean something. Somebody has to be telling you all the time. You don't need that. You really don't. You need to know for yourself that you are worth something. You have the Void here. It's a time of darkness, a time of staying to the self. It kind of reminds me of the Hermit card a little bit. It the feeling of like she's down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see this, but she's down at laying on the ground, out in the dark, under the dark moon, taking a time of respite. Maybe depression. It may even be depression at this point. Something's happened to somebody. I don't want to go dark on you guys, but I feel like somebody has been through something physical, possibly sexual, something. It's kind of scary because it makes me feel like an assault almost. Take it as it resonates. Obviously, if it's not you, it's not you, or this could pertain to somebody near you though, as well. So be mindful of that. But I feel like they're going through something here. Whoever this is, I'm feeling like this purity card, uh, maybe going down a dark path. And the funny thing is, look at this. One of the brightest cards in the deck going to the darkest card in the deck. Somebody's mind is wandering into darkness here. Slipping. I feel like slipping. The is it me right above them. Not feeling yourself anymore. Things have changed for you. It could have been a relationship that took a turn for the worse, making you feel like you are not a good person anymore. You're not able to love somebody else. Maybe you cutting yourself off from love as well. You have protection. It's all about you and fixing whatever it is that has happened here. Getting yourself on to the point of being at peace with it. This is all a progression that needs to be done. I feel like someone is really having a hard time, and they may be here looking for answers as well. I feel like you have the number 28, which reduces to 10, and that's about new beginnings, new starts. You need to get a hold of whatever this energy is, this negativity that's bringing you down. Know that you're protected. Look to your spiritual side for answers and for help. I feel like you're going to find peace in that. Finding the beauty within yourself. Again. Knowing that you are beautiful. Someone has a scar on their face. I'm feeling suddenly like maybe this is what's happened. You've had an injury of some sort as well. Maybe from someone who was abusive. You don't feel beautiful like you used to, and you need to get back to yourself. Scar or not, you are beautiful inside and out, and you need to let that exude through. Let that good heart of yours show through all of it. I feel like someone may be angry, very angry over what has happened to them, and you're not that person. I feel like you may snap at people. You may say mean things now that you would have never said before. And it just comes out, and it's the anger bursting out. So be very mindful of that. I feel like I'm looking at this path card here with the fact that she's at the bottom of this ladder. She's got to, it's a lot of effort to climb up a ladder like this, to get to that it feels like a portal she needs to jump through to another dimension, another way of being. And she's standing there contemplating with her arms behind her back, like, is this something I want to do? Is it something that I need to do? But am I ready for this? And I think it's time. I think some of you have been going through this for some time and need to get your mind right. Okay, I'm going to read about... Let me wipe these magnifiers off here. I have contacts in, but this up close, I need glasses. Age, man. All right, we're going to go to the number 4. Is this me? I cannot recognize myself, but I'm still me. I cannot recognize myself as I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? This card is not about an affirmation, but rather a question. Is this me? Can I recognize myself? Maybe yes, maybe no, but for sure, I lost the road I had once, the last time I stopped to really think about it. In my heart, I feel maybe the high school girl that went to the prom, but truly I am now 45 and weigh thrice. I feel my true self as a kid that wanted to play soccer with the Real Madrid. All this while punching numbers on an Excel file out in an insurance office. It is not necessarily something negative as a dream lost or corrupted. I could see myself as love is the most important thing in my life, but actually I have a very well-paid job that makes me travel, and I sleep alone in hotel rooms. When did we last look at ourself in the mirror? Do we like what we are? Make no excuses, because the choices which made what we are our responsibility. If an old dream is dead, it's time to dream anew. If the old dream is alive, it's time to go back to it then. Losing yourself in life. I think we all do that at some point or another. You lose yourself in what you're doing, and you have to find your way back. Have to find the path back to where you began. Okay, we're going to start off with the number 8 here, the path. The way is open for you. The path is illuminated. Begin the journey now. Respond and take action. We must be courageous and move forward. When we accept where we are, acknowledge what needs to change to grow, and begin to love ourselves more completely, the direction of our lives begin to change. We often decide we want to follow a more authentic way for ourselves, and our desires become more aligned with the needs, wants, and values of our true selves. Yes. Admitting that we're lost, admitting that we're not on the same path that we were 8 years ago, you know what I'm saying, 10 years ago, and even a few months ago, and get yourself back on track. And that has a lot to do with tapping into universal energy, pulling a lot of us give out more energy to work, towards our home life, to family, to friends, and we don't retrieve it back. So we deplete our energy, constantly giving out, never receiving back, not thinking about it until we're wore out. We have the number 30 here. Purity. Look for the simplest and cleanest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you are doing. Be as clear as possible in your communication. The purity I refer to here is the purity of the silver moon on the unmarked snow. The simple purity of intention that nature demonstrates. The purity of clean water in a mountain stream. The purity of one single purpose. There are good reasons to strive for a kind of positive purity in our lives. Being precise with our language and as clear as we can be in our communications means fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in our relationships and work life. Keeping our intentions pure and untainted with lower energies such as jealousy, revenge, or unworthiness as much as possible means that our motivations are pure and not muddy in their reasoning. Very interesting turn on besides what I was feeling. Keeping your intention clear on what it is that you're striving for, what it is that you're doing. Be clear with yourself too, because we tend to be like, oh, I did that because of that, and you're telling yourself this. You don't have to. Be true to yourself, always. We get lost in feelings when we try to tell ourselves a lie to protect ourselves. Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. There is a relieving, restful quality about this darkest moon that follows pondering and decisions about what we can jettison before making fresh plans for the new moon, which is the next day. If you find yourself resisting, it is usually a clear sign that you are being stubborn about letting go of something that is old and not serving you in a positive way any longer. Often that is a fear or pattern that was created to protect you in some way. However, now is outdated, yet you are still carrying it or acting it out. Know that this is powerful, but it is also incredibly gentle in the way it helps you unravel what actually is, so you can embrace the fresh start of tomorrow. Relax, reframe, and think about how much better your life will be without the bad habit, fear, or pattern. Get very clear about the possibilities of this transformation and what it will give you in real terms. Mm. Changing within yourself, uh, changing the reasons why you're doing some things. Maybe I'm feeling that like maybe someone is if you were in a relationship and they did things and they wanted things a certain way, I feel I'm really feeling I'm feeling like I'm feeling some energy off somebody here. You may have gotten you may not be with this person anymore, but their habits and the things that they made you do or wanted you to do, you keep doing them. You don't even realize it. I think it's just emotion that you got so used to. You know, the towel's got to be a certain way on the rack. The canned goods have to be turned face forward and all. It kind of reminds me of Sleeping with the Enemy, that movie. Where he wanted everything perfect. The towels had to be even. It's funny because I do that. I do that just because I wanted to, but I feel like somebody here is still going through those motions. You're not with that person anymore. Throw the towel on the floor, damn it, and be gone with that energy because it's not you. It's just them speaking through you and keeping you locked into them and their ways. 24. Your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. I feel like someone that's feeling lonely or alone in whatever it is they're going through. You could be around in a room full of people and feel like you're by yourself if your mind is set in a certain way or thinking about certain things. I think that you need to know that you are loved and you are protected by the universe. Things happen to us, horrible things sometimes, and letting the universe wrap itself around you for your protection and to heal you is one of the most mm, healing things you can do for yourself. Don't fight it. I feel like there are signs that are given sometimes for protection that we ignore. Things that someone says, just like if you get in a relationship with somebody who ends up being abusive verbally or otherwise, we there's warning signs. There always is. We don't see them because we are having feelings for this person. We may ignore red flags, things that are said, certain ways they do things. I feel like a lot of people will do that. I've heard this over and over, saying that, they woke up in the night and slapped the mess out of me. They didn't mean to, or you go to wake them up and they strike out and try to hit you. I don't care who you are or whatever. When that things like that happen often, those are red flags that this person may have issues that I'm not saying everybody, obviously, so don't jump down my throat, but some people, sometimes you just do that. But when it's something that happens more than once, when it's more than just when they're asleep, and it begins to show, the signs begin to show, and we let ourselves stay in a situation because we think, no, there's no way, because they care about me, they love me, they would never be like that with me. And slowly it gets to be where that's all there is that negativeness. I feel like somebody has gone beyond a relationship that was like this, but it's taking so long to heal, because I feel like the word fear keeps coming up in all of the readings here. I'm feeling like the word fear, fearing this, fearing that, and there's an actual fear based here. Fear that you can't get beyond it as well could be one of them. So just be open to advice from other people. And I'm looking at this right here. I just know this beauty card. I'm feeling like someone is telling you that you are beautiful. You are a beautiful person, and you are not willing in your head to accept compliments like that. So, take it as it resonates. Number 28. Peace. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let go of what we no longer need, we make room for peace. We are an anxious bunch, us modern folk. We are constantly stimulated or not stimulated enough. We find it hard to sleep. And for some, we self-medicate with food, devices, drama, and work. We seek peace, but we don't know how to go about it particularly well. Peace can begin with a series of decisions we make. For example, we can decide we can't control everything. What a shock. The ancient Greek Stoics had a great strategy here, advising a split of your issues into I can control this and I have no control over that. Think about the most pressing and worrying issues you have right now, or the situations that are giving you the most sleepless nights. Then break them down into pieces and place them under the correct heading. Be honest and discerning. What you will find is that most of your situations or issues are under the second heading. The Stoics advise that the things listed there deserve no more of your attention because they are actually out of your control. Wow. However, the things under I can control this are important, and you must action these to the best of your ability. There are those things you will influence and where you will glean the most change. While this seems a simple system, I promise you it will give you far less to worry about and instantly more peace. We can be more focused and mindful about what we are doing in real time. We can place ourselves deliberately in sessions in quiet, beautiful, and peaceful environments. We can learn what for us brings our body rest and peace. We can choose to not do the head miles of worry. Worry is, after all, chewing gum for the mind. Not really nutritious in any way, but something to do. When we let go of what we no longer need, peace floods in, taking up this old space and healing it. I like that whole passage. All right, guys, let's go to the number 20. Beauty. Beauty is like medicine. It can heal even the most broken spirit. Beauty is everywhere in nature. Just look. Beauty comes in many forms, and we can choose to find it. I love how I look. Rid yourself of clutter and what you find disagreeable. Beauty to me isn't lots of makeup or fancy skincare or society's current beauty ideal. For me, beauty is nature and having things I find beautiful in my environment. Yes, needing to pull from the things around you. It's like the feng shui and the idea of the things around in your environment, the things you surround yourself with, and where you put them around you. Promotes positive energy and positive outlook and makes everything in life ultimately better. I feel like this is a definite, and going out into nature always makes me feel better. Or even just sitting and meditating and thinking about, like, just think about walking through a field, touching trees and butterflies landing on your finger kind of thing. You know, it's wonderful. And I love hearing the splashing, you know, of water, like at a large water source when the waves are crashing. All of those things bring peace. And they're beautiful. All right, guys, let's get into the body of your read. I know this was a lot already, but we are going to elaborate. Let's see what's going on for you guys. What does Scorpio need to know at this time? We have Temperance in the reverse. The Temperance card can represent divine timing. It can speak of replenishing you, the universe trying to replenish you. Don't deny that this can be happening. I also want I've instantly felt when I saw the Temperance in the reverse laid down on these cards, that someone may be feeling like this was meant to happen to me. Something bad has happened and you feel like you deserved it and you need to stop that because it was not meant for you to be in that position. You may have missed red flags, or they might have been just totally deceiving to you, and they ended up being not the person you thought they were. The situation changed for the worse. That doesn't mean that it was meant for you to go through this. We all people are come into our lives usually to teach us some kind of lesson, not to break us down. So if somebody has done something to break you in some way, don't feel like it was the universe trying to punish you in any way. I feel like somebody here is thinking that. Don't think that. I feel like it's telling you to have patience with yourself as you as you heal from this. I'm going to start off here with this card because it did jump out like that. Yeah, here you go. 7 of Swords. Telling of someone stealing your heart, someone stealing self-respect, your self-esteem, breaking you down, and then running with it, walking away. They easily walked away from it and left you there with open wounds. You have the 8. Oh, wow, that is weird. I hit it just so that it went flying. You have the 8 of Pentacles here. It's in the reverse. It's going to take a lot of work to get you back to the person you were. That's what it feels like. It's going to you got to make that first initial step though. It's hard when you're in this dark spot here, when you're feeling like the world is against you. That's what you get. It takes a long time to get to this, and it's funny that this card landed where it's going to be here, and it's on the Peace card. Peace and beauty, feeling better about yourself. I think it's going to take a lot of work. Don't think that you can't do it. Don't think that it's too much for you. I feel like that's why it's in the reverse, is letting you know that it's not too much. It won't be as overwhelming as you think. You have the Devil in the reverse here. This person, if somebody did something, they may try to contact you and try to get back with you. I'm telling you that they totally are regretful for the things that they did or said. This may have to do with I don't see it quite yet, but it could be a third-party situation has happened here as well, and you were completely deceived that this person had these feelings for you. But I feel like they might try to come back in here. I'm feeling like stopping in its tracks. The temptation to keep... I also feel like this temptation they're talking of here is to give up. With this 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Don't give up on peace. Don't give up on love of self and beauty in your life, because those are things that we have to have. And don't feel like it's too much to climb that ladder. You have the 9 of Swords here, and the Hermit. You lost a lot of sleep over this. I feel like it's hard to sleep at night sometimes. Something may have happened with this person that happened at night, or not so much night, but while you were resting or sleeping. And you may be dreaming, having bad dreams about it, whatever it is. I don't like to have to give reads where there's a lot of negativity in it, but the negative, letting you know and face your fears and helping you face your fears is one of the big things here. Having to tell you, I'm not a reader that's going to sit here and lie to you about what I'm feeling. This is, not saying anybody does, but it's hard to tell people the harsh truth sometimes, and it's not always happiness. It's not always it's things to help you to get over situations or people or places, things that may be dragging you down, keeping you in a tight spot or in a bad spot, in a bad mindset. And I feel like this is one of those times when I have to tell you to pull yourself out of that. It's very hard. I know, I've been there. But you need to look within yourself and know what you want, and don't jump. I feel like saying don't jump into another relationship. Don't I've earlier I was talking of feeling like you had to be with someone, or have to constantly have someone near you. Some things you have to do on your own. Some things you have to, because when you involve someone's energy, someone else's energy, it's if they're not in the same frame of mind as you, it's hard for you to. You might latch onto their energy, and sure, they make you happy for a while, but if that is, you got existing problems underneath, it's not going to solve that problem. You have to do this on your own. I feel like there's definitely loss of there's a lot of stressing and loss of sleep. It's in reverse now. I feel like it's telling, the universe is telling you to leave that in the past. Whatever this was, leave it in the past. It wasn't something that was meant to be, meant to last, and it may just be a lesson taught. I'm not sure what the lesson was. Only you individually will know. You have the Hermit card here. Finding within yourself, finding your light again, taking the time. Don't completely isolate yourself from people. I don't want to say that. You do have to take your time, but do it in meditation. Do it in positive ways. You may need time to yourself, but don't use that time to sit in a corner crying in the dark and reminiscing about things that happened or why they did the way they. Don't go there. Some things aren't meant to be answered. We just have to find ourselves again. I feel like stopping whatever this is, the negative begets negative. You're going to keep feeling negative if you don't go out of that box and find yourself and unleash your true light in the situation here. Find yourself again, because you're beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out, and there's a lot to be there's a lot to be had, a lot of progress to be had here. I'm going to pull a few cards of clarity here. I was going to move right on, but Palace of Coins in the reverse. This is landing on this person that has stole your heart or hurt you in some way. I feel like here's the Palace of Coins here. This is usually an overall shadowing of this particular spot where it's landing. Sometimes the whole read, but for me it's the particular spot right now. It's in the reverse. I think this person thought you had money. They thought that you you were like an investment to them. They thought you had more than you did, I think. You may work very hard for the things that you got, and they thought that, it was one of those situations where you just say, and that's why it turned the way it did. That's all about them. It's not about you. So just be aware of that. That's not everybody. It's just whoever it resonates with. You may have found this out. You have the Four of Wands here. There may have been a change in residence when this happened for you. You may have left the situation on your own. This could be you packing up what dignity and everything you have left and leaving as well. This may be the other way around too, with this Palace of Coins and someone thinking somebody had money. It may have been you. They may have flashed a nice car and a nice apartment or condo, whatever it is. I felt like saying condo. They had the appearance of having their shit together, so to speak. And that pulled you in. It's like you know, it's not that you were out for money. I feel like it was that you maybe not have been used to somebody who had these things, you know. They had more than the people that you've dealt with in the past, and you thought that they had something, but really it was just surface. You once you dove into it, you found out that it was all about them trying to make themselves appear bigger than they are, and really they were a bad person underneath. That's not your fault, and you should know that. I do feel like you had to move because you may have been went to stay with them at some point. You have the devil in the reverse again. Wow, on top of the devil in reverse. Stay away from this person. I really feel like they're going to try to come back in here and talk to you if they haven't already. Do not listen to that. Do not. No matter what kind of feelings you had for this person, it's just a recipe for disaster. You have the World card. This is a change, a definite move forward, a change in everything. And it's landing here on this Hermit and you denying them access to you again. You have a new world opening, and you can get up that ladder and get through that portal, get through that new life that you want to be in, that better life. I feel like there'll be love on the other side of that as well. We're done with that. I'm going to pull a Grace card or two, whatever comes out, to close the reading. I feel like this has to do with future right here. What I'm about to draw here, something for you to look forward to. Surprise. Keep an eye open. The influence of grace is often found in unexpected places. I feel like this is dealing with love. Getting past this person, not letting them in. I feel like new love will be coming in here for you guys. Someone who actually loves. I feel like saying don't expect a fancy car. You have act. Charge forward. When we combine action with unwavering faith, the power of grace will meet our needs. Know that you deserve better and you will receive better. I feel like saying to someone. And here we've got faith on the top of this deck as well as I put it down. Wow. Okay, guys. That's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm sending out some good vibes for you guys. Positive energy coming your way. Talk to spirit. Take some time to yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Let me say that again. Don't isolate yourself if you're in a bad way. But definitely take time out when you are alone, when you do spend time alone. Meditate. Look up what candles or incense or herbs, whatever it is you need, the teas you need to drink, the baths that you need to take. Look it up for your peace and getting over. There are a lot of things that help you get over bad experiences in relationships as well. Check it out. All right, Scorpio, that's it for this read. Please come again. I mean, I've already said like, share, subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, do so, please. Helps the channel. Makes me feel like you like what you're seeing as well. All right, guys, I will see you next video.